Yeah, everybody, welcome to the Walkway podcast. This is more on air, and today I have my usual guest here is Josh Papa. Welcome, Josh
I'm
Papa.
glad to be at it again.
Yeah. So we recorded this podcast 2 days ago, but the sound quality was not good. We worked on it. Our DJ Mike was picking up unnecessary noise, and we didn't want that. So today we are going to do this again, and we're going to talk about what is happening, what is transpiring in the US. First of all, about Trump's orders, the executive order that he gave. Some people are saying that he's violating the constitution of US, but I don't think so. So let's talk about the immigration policies, and people are being deported now in US. What's your take on that?
Uh, First of all, I welcome you back to our show. And I remember when we left the other time, the guy was about to be sworn in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was sworn in, and we saw a 47th president of the United States of America, and that was Donald Trump. In his last lap, I told you we are to expect a lot from him. And you know, the reason why he was given that vote is because he has to put in place his manifesto. This is what is transpiring. Let me give you a bit of background. So Trump came into power, and we saw the function or the inauguration ceremony. There were a lot of people and presidents of America, which included Clinton. We saw Bush, we saw Obama, we saw Kamala Harris, and we saw even the other Pence. In this context, we saw that America portrayed democracy, a thriving institution, which everyone could take an example. Yeah. So after that, Trump went on, signed 46 orders, and these orders, 26 were executive orders. Others were proclamations, and others were memoranda. No. In memoranda, those were the first he signed. Memoranda, for you who don't understand, these are just orders given to his ministers. We call them cabinet. We call them secretaries, and the one that he is working with. The other one that is signed were the executive orders. Executive orders per se tackle the policies. Proclamations don't shift policies, but they tackle issues that are connive with which relate with the people, the common people, and nani. But they don't shift policies. So I'll give you an example of a proclamation. There was Abraham, we call it the African proclamation. This was passed in 1883 by Abraham Lincoln, just seizing the slavery, which was in that he knew that he couldn't pass into the Senate because he didn't have the numbers. What the American democracy did, because they know that the president can win without majority in the Senate. So what they do, they gave him power to sign orders so that a president can also give some orders in his tenure without inquiring the Senate. So in this perception, in this context, Trump gave orders, and we saw some of the orders were remain in Mexico, the executive orders remain in Mexico, and one was seizing the birthrights of American citizenship. We saw the deportation. We saw giving presidential pardoning of the January, those who attacked the Dani Capitol Hill last time.
Yeah, last time. So to cut you short, here is the thing. So what is your take on the deportation process by the ICE department in America? Are you a supporter of a more conservative, a more welcoming America, or should they be given a leeway, or do you support it fully that all illegal migrants who don't have documentation should be deported?
In this context, I'm not giving my side as per se me. I'm just giving an opinion, an independent one. So this is what I think. We saw that they have started deporting, and we saw that some countries are denying this. Most especially, we saw the Colombia. We even saw recent, yesterday I saw the Venezuela. Trump. Actually, the Nicolas Maduro government.
Yeah.
America used to take it as a terrorist sort of that.
Yeah.
But we are seeing in Trump era that he has sent in officials to have talks with the so-called terrorists.
And what do you say about the countries that don't want to take their migrants, their illegal migrants?
Per se that,
quote unquote illegal migrants.
Trump called them illegal or alien immigrants in America.
Yeah.
But I would say this: these are people that run away from their home countries, seeking for refugee for so many reasons. But most of them is because of the poor governance, the tyrannical acts, tyrannic governments in their areas. So some run just to look for better way of life. In this context, America is a democratic country. They think they will have a life there. In this case, Trump would have reconsidered, give them a chance. At least they wouldn't have been migrated.
Okay, to cut you short,
documented.
And I have heard. I have heard that. Okay.
Because let me tell you. To just take take these immigrants back to where they came from. One immigrant cost over $100,000. That means Trump is gonna use over 300 billion plus just to import
to deport them.
And they are estimated to be 1.3 around the state. And some analysis showed that it might take over 20 years for this deportation to be done. So I'm not seeing this to get done very soon. Mostly when everything Trump is doing is seeking America in every context, because he's trying to force here, Canada, Mexico, and sort of that.
And on the last issue, what is your take on people, especially the East African people? There's a talk in TikTok that natives, the documented Kenyans are snitching on the undocumented Kenyans, and also in other East African countries to be deported back. In the context of being given $750, $1,000, do you think it's a good idea? Do you think, are you a believer of America is a big country? America is a very, very, very developed country that there's a piece of cake for everyone, either the undocumented and the documented citizens.
My friend, let's take this in this context. You're an African, I'm African. Mother Africa has gone the wrong side of the road, per se, the politics and its governance. Let's leave this, what you say. For me, the other is wrong. Any African living in America or any other one living, maybe an Asian or sort of that, you shouldn't give in your brother because you need that money. This is Trump. Trump is an extremist. I remember this is his last lap. He is even trying to change the constitution in a way that he can have his third term, which won't happen. Let me tell you, 4 years are gonna, like, they're going to lapse, you know. And you're gonna stay. Oh, you're gonna stay, but one time you have to come back here in Africa, looking at your brother. No, you're not the one who is gonna take care of the family, all the sort of that. Oh, you might come back and get killed because of the government and sort of that. But this is a wake-up call for African governments. African governments, they have been in slumber for so long. They have made it a habit for going snitching on for some little
for some little dollars,
money, for some little dollars, leaving their issues to be done by other countries like China, Russia, and that's why you're saying a lot are using Africa. This is a wake-up call for Africa, generally Africa, because we are going to see a lot of people going to die because of the cancellation of the aid from America. You see, this is a wake-up call. I don't support it, but I think this is a right side of it. Let's look at positivity. Let's speak at some positivity in this. That Trump is trying to tell us, you guys wake up. You have the ability to work on your own problems. Why every time us? So this is another connect. Leave alone the other.
Okay, thank you. That was our contest on the immigrant issue that is happening in the US. Just here. Hello guys, now we are going on to the next one. So recently we have heard about our former president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta talking about foreign aid in Africa. And his remarks were basically, he was saying, we Africans, we African countries should not rely on foreign aid. He even, okay, I cannot say he praised, but he said that there should not be an issue because that's not our money. We will pay our own taxes.
Yeah.
We should fund ourselves. We should not rely on foreign aid. And there's been a lot of debate on this issue on foreign aid, that it is killing African economies. It is making us even lazy. So what is your take on that? Regarding that, USA has helped a lot of Africans, on the AIDS issue, ARVs, they are totally free because of the aid that were given by the World Health Organization. And we know that US is the biggest donor to the World Health Organization.
Yeah, not only the USA, not only that it funds the UN, and some call it another a state of department of the US.
Yeah.
Mostly the UN, some people call it the another state department of the US.
Yeah.
And maybe we shall look at it that way for another time.
Yeah.
Per se that opinion from our president.
Yeah.
It's like this. That's what I've talked about. That the positivity in this of this stopping the aid coming to Africa. The positivity is waking up the African readers that have been in slumber.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Mugai Kenyatta wasn't wrong at all, for me, in my perception.
Yeah.
To say that Africa has the ability. We know all Africa that has the capacity.
Yeah.
Let me tell you guys,
Yeah.
Congo is not even allowed to export its gold, but its neighbors are allowed to export gold. So they use.
What do you say? Why do you say that Congo is not allowed? What's happening in Congo?
No, Congo was Nani put on a sanctions not to export.
So Congo is on US sanctions.
And mostly not only US sanctions, but the Nani those guys who think they should. And we are seeing a lot are using Congo.
Yeah.
And they for them they import, but as the government, it's not allowed. So you see the rise of gold, Nani export in Kenya, in Uganda,
in East Africa, in short.
In East Africa, in Rwanda, mostly Rwanda.
Yeah.
And let me tell you guys, Africa, if it doesn't realize its potential, we're gonna be actually, the positive message you should get from this, Trump is telling you, tell your leaders to wake up. Let them stop chasing for this small nanny and they go for the big, because we have the ability. My friend, we have the ability to make
Okay. And talking about the Congo issue, we have seen M23 taking over part of Eastern Congo.
Yeah, definitely.
In Kivu especially.
No.
Around Goma. It's Goma.
Goma is around 75 square kilometers.
75 square kilometers.
It's not that big. That's the largest.
And the allegations, these are not true. I don't know, but the allegation that M23 is coercing with the Rwandan army, that Paul Kagame is involved, and Paul Kagame has been very steadfast, even threatening South Africa for a possible war. And what's your take on this?
I would say there is everyone who comes out to talk about this uses political correctness.
Yeah.
They don't use correctness in serial format. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
We agree all of us that Rwanda, Uganda, and other African countries have a hand in the destabilization of Congo.
Yeah.
Per se for its minerals.
Yeah.
But let's not deny the fact that these MONUSCO troops have been there for over 20 years.
Yes.
Other troops have been. Let me tell you, when M23 of recent took over Goma, the Romania mercenaries, citizens from Romania, were called from there. And Romania said, no, we don't know that.
So who's funding these mercenaries? Do you have any information?
Let me tell you, my guy.
Yeah.
Congo is like a market.
It's like a chaotic market.
For anyone who can go there, as long as you can do your thing in silence.
Yeah.
The reason why Uganda and Rwanda are on front page is only one. The first reason is Rwanda didn't have the chance to have a majority land. You know, when they were partitioning Africans.
Yeah.
Same goes to Kushats.
Yeah.
It's called the Kardashians or the what? Those people in Turkey, others are called in
the Kurds. Yeah.
They don't have a land where they are the majority.
Yeah.
So this goes to the same for Rwanda.
Yeah.
We are seeing many Rwandans in Tanzania. Yeah. We are seeing many Rwandans in Uganda. We are seeing many Rwandans in Burundi and Rwanda itself. And most of them are in Congo, Eastern Congo.
So the Tutsi guys, eh?
Yeah, the Tutsi and the others.
The Hutus,
yeah, because they are made of three: the Batwa, Tutsi, and the Hutu.
Oh, yeah, Batwa.
So
I've never heard of that.
Yeah. There are three tribes.
Yeah.
So this went on, and there's been a denial of the governments that have been in power in Congo that these guys are not natives.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, they denied him. It's like telling a Kenyan that go from here, you're not, I'm chasing you from being a Kenyan.
Yeah.
Go to any kind of Somali or what.
Yeah.
These are natives. Yeah. But the problem was the government didn't acknowledge that. And they wanted to use force.
Yeah.
Why? Because the places where they settled has a lot of minerals and sort of that riches. Rich is so full of richness.
Okay.
So that's why many Nani have interest in this and their land.
So what do you think should be the possible solution?
The possible solution is simple.
A quick one, please.
The possible solution is simple. Let me tell you. Even Shekedi had a chance. They made an agreement, but after he wanted to deport these guys to the other side of bordering Angola, South Africa there, so that they shift them. From here eastern, they take them there, but he wanted to kill them.
Yeah.
Same happened to the other Nani. It's called this Joseph Kabila.
Oh.
Yeah. He wanted to kill them. They had an agreement. Let the guys settle. We are stopping. Even this March 23rd, the name came from an agreement.
Yeah.
They had they were signing March 23rd agreement.
Yeah.
Which these guys are all of them didn't pursue, you know.
Yeah.
So this has to stop when the Congo realizes that these guys need to settle India. They let them. Actually, federal will be better in this context because we are going to see an insurgency. They are now marching to Kivu, and from there they are going to Kinshasa.
Okay,
so you will see a lot of things. Those who are saying Rwanda and Uganda and giving their assumptions about this war, please remember there are other guys. Those other guys, they also have a hand in this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was our take on the issue in Eastern Congo. Yes, on to our third topic today. We are going to talk about Khalif Khairo's issue that is going on. And the background of this story is that Khalif Khairo is into a lot of problem now. He's the man that rose into fame. He used to trend every day on Twitter, almost every day, maybe twice a week. Rose into fame on the second-hand car dealership business. Now he has a lot of cases in the courts of law. A lot of people are saying that he's a con man. He was using his clients' money to live a lavish lifestyle. And all the allegations seems to be true because a lot of clients are claiming that their money, they paid full amounts, but the guy did not deliver. So I think you have researched well on this topic, because the other time when you research, you didn't research that much. You are so lenient on him, but now I think you have a lot of information about him. So what's your take on him?
You are like trying to say that I made a research to crucify him. That's not the truth.
No. I didn't say that. I said now you have a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
You have a lot of knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a guy who has been in business for some time.
Yeah.
And I assume that anyone who has been conniving with him knew and tested his legitimacy for years.
Yeah.
And this happened. So a lot of allegations that are coming up. But till he's proven guilty, right now let me give my opinion.
Yeah.
My opinion is we have seen so many cases pertaining this. But what triggered my mind a few days ago when I saw he was saying that his account was frozen, the account he used to collect some kind of hope from his family and friends and so well wishers.
Yeah.
And I had $100 US dollars,
100,000 that is
US dollars, and that triggered the question.
Yeah.
What's going on? He was actually saying that he's about to open another so that he can put on another money. So you can, it's a red flag in this case. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
As any other business guy, we can really see that when you do this, unless you're not well-wishing for any other, because what he's doing, if so it's true, it's a red flag to anyone. It's depreciating trust for any kind of business owner who is in this domain, which he's been dealing with.
Okay. So, yeah, and onto that issue of GoFundMe program. A lot of guys, the critics on Twitter, they are saying that he's using some malicious way to raise his funds. He's saying that a lot of people are saying that he met with the credit card scammers, the guys who do carding. That's what we call in Kenya we call it carding, but I think it's a slang word of carding. But it's mostly credit card scammers that are using other people's credit cards to fund people.
So this takes us to a point why his account has been frozen.
Yeah, maybe now that's the speculation that comes with that.
So it's a twisted game that he did this so that he can, even the money that you've given, he has already took it.
I don't know.
That might be true.
I think you know how the money system works. When there's a lot of fraudulent activities, when people now report that they see their card being used on other activities that are malicious and they are not theirs, they report the funding program, and the funding program gets halted. So a lot of people are speculating that could be the issue, but I don't know. So,
but what I can tell Khalif Khairo,
what's your advice to Khalif Khairo?
Khalif Khairo, I think it's not too late if you're doing this to change your life. There's a lot of people who believe in you. I don't know so much about you, but per se, if someone has an opportunity platform, per se these days, and this economy, people who believe him, give him some business, you would have gone more. Because you had already made a name, you have made a brand for yourself, but what you're doing right now is killing other people's brand. Me, if personally I need some kind of to do a business with any of you guys who in that docket, I'll be very cautious and I won't let my money move away from me before I get that goal. So if there is a boy or a young man there or anyone who is wishing to join such a business, you have deterred his chances. You have deterred, scammed all the trust of the possible clients who would have come in to support this young entrepreneur. So what you're doing is not right. If so, is right. But per se, I think leave alone the people that are chasing who wanna put him down, but
sense.
also him. He should.
Yeah, to cut it short, so it's okay. So that's the take of on what is conspiring on Khalif Khairo's life right now. And we show him the best because we never know. The point here, he doesn't want to say where the man went to. He only says his enemies and all that. But we wish him all the best and in his endeavors.
Not the best, bro, because there are so many people who I think they are managed.
Yeah, even if I wish him the best, you know, that means he gets the money that he wants.
Say you're wishing him the best on how to thrive.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. It's okay. That's how it has been our. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Yes. And now we are going to talk about DeepSeek. There's been a lot of animosity in the global market now, especially in the AI industry. DeepSeek has come up and it has really shocked the world.
Definitely.
Yeah, it has really shocked the world, and a lot of guys are wondering how a Chinese company can pull that stunt. DeepSeek is, if not faster, equally fast, like ChatGPT, with the same volume of information with ChatGPT.
It's faster, and it's also claiming that it has a soul.
Yeah.
Because yesterday I tried to tell it, read for me a rap song. And it was this ChatGPT. Badly, and it told ChatGPT that you don't have a soul. you only use the minds, but you know the emotion. You know?
Oh.
So it's claiming that he has a
Okay,
soul.
so
Let me tell you this.
here's the thing, eh?
Yeah.
Now, Nvidia
Yeah.
has lost around $1 trillion.
Last check when it was 6 billion, so 600 billion. So right now,
so it's around 1 trillion from other
oh
sources.
my God.
Yeah. So
That's a lot.
DeepSeek is claiming to be using 0.01% of the funds that ChatGPT has ever used to create its own model. That is around 6 million, and ChatGPT has used tunes of billions to 5 billion, 6 billion. So we are trying to say, okay, here's the issue. What is your take on such an issue?
This is not the first time to see such
a shock in the market.
Shifts and
Yeah.
shocking developments in
Yeah.
technology.
Yeah.
There was a development in 1953.
Yeah.
It was in October something there. It was called a Spartan moment.
Yeah.
Spartan moment sent shockwaves around America, and it led a lot of changes in their economy, social ways, and politically. We saw that NASA came into existence because of this Spartan moment. Because remember that during that period there was a space race, and Russia took this advantage unknowingly. Gave a jab to USA, and we saw that it launched the world's first artificial satellite, and America were shocked. They didn't see this coming, and everywhere in the United States they passed the executive orders that funds must be put in place to fund those who were pursuing mostly science subjects, and we saw NASA came into existence, and a lot of things were made. So in this context, look at DeepSeek, a Chinese artificial intelligence company by Lian Wang. It's in Hangzhou. It was started in 2023, and one of these first LLMs large language models was called DeepSeek B3, and this one R1 is making a substantial
so here is the point. Do you believe that they are saying that they have used a significant number of less powerful chips from Nvidia and a less number of chips from Nvidia?
I don't have to believe. I have to check the facts. Let me tell you. R1 doesn't require you a lot of computation knowledge. You know, and it's easy to use actually. Easy to access. Easy to use on iOS and Android phones. Not like the other. He has the big Nani 4 and he has for the small tablets. But this is a game changer. This is a game changer, really. This is a game changer, and we are going to see that America is going to struggle. And more so, these Trump Nani, they are seeking it. They are making it hard for America.
So do you see the stock prices and the stock dynamics of Nvidia coming back to its normalcy, or do you think it's a total disruption and people should be ready for even more AI models that are better?
This is not a disruption. It's about a shift in dynamics, the power dynamics. We are going to see that most of the people are going to start, you know, investors, businessmen, go where money is. So they're going to shift. Definitely they're going to shift, and we're going to lose. We're going to see if ChatGPT, actually DeepSeek is not only giving a challenge to American investors and models, language models. Even in the other side, Alibaba, we saw the others, and they are
even Chinese AI companies.
They are companies.
Okay.
We saw even Alibaba dropping prices because of this DeepSeek. So we are definitely going to see it happening.
And a quick one, please. What's your take on AI on the African continent? Africa is behind on that? And we are behind a lot of things, to be honest. But this is the race that has started just a few years ago. We can even catch up if we have the willing to catch up. So what is your take on African countries on AI?
We are behind because we want so. Because we choose government that don't support so. We think that eating and brewing every day, partying and sort of that, without demanding what the governments are to do for us. Most of all, These are the people. Look at our syllabuses. Our syllabuses can't support what this is happening. You find a kid in nursery is just being told ball, B for ball, sort of that.
Yeah.
And nothing like can trigger that his mind just to think more of what the reality is. That's why many rich people are adopting international curriculums. You see someone pay over 3 million to take his kid to Cambridge in Nani.
University.
A school that has Cambridge syllabus, in that context. So Africa, let's let's adopt the way. Let's leave slumber, because if we don't have foster leaders to give us what we need, we're always going to be like showbiz. Most of the allies, we're going to see them going to the US and other countries that are eligible to give them visas to stay there without developing our own.
And
so AI definitely won't work here unless we have a streamline.
Definitely, I think you agree with me that programming should be a basic and a necessity subject, discipline in our primary schools.
I'm seeing one of the universities, its chancellors, the University of Nairobi, there is an initiation. They are building a school that can tackle the artificial intelligence as in every kind of detail. So I think other universities should also embrace such a thing. That's where we can. It has money, but because we haven't embraced it, and because of the policies.
Oh, nice one. Yes. Do you believe, or do you support that normal citizens, whether ex-militaries, but he's not a military person, just a normal citizen, being taken to a military court? And this issue has transpired in Uganda, one of our neighboring countries here. My friend will talk more about it, but it is unfortunately that African countries are subjecting their citizens to martial courts, which is not a good thing. So can you give us a brief about that?
There has been a precedent case that has set up a precedent on the judicial terrain, and this has happened in Uganda, where all the judges on the Supreme Court have given a verdict that no one should be paraded. No citizen should be ever paraded again to the kangaroo court or the military court in this context. But before even I go further, I've just received information that the court itself is still insisting that they should be paraded. In this context, I'm going to say this. We all know that a government that is presiding over Uganda is a military one, and it's a tyrannical. It's a tyranny that is being presiding over Ugandans, and we have seen a lot of cases, a lot of human rights. People are being incarcerated, they are being abducted, tortured, and sort of that. We've seen a lot of dissidents shifting, going into exile because of the government. But this recent verdict has give away a leeway to people who thought that they have right not to be treated like militarily, because we've seen a lot of people, those who supporting the opposition, mostly now the leading opposition party in Uganda is called the National Platform. It's most of their youth and their supporters were paraded in the military court. Right now it's 4 years. 4 years. There are some who came out. They were alleging that President pardoned them, but in which context? For wearing a beret, for supporting the change? I don't think so. But because the African leaders still they think they should have all the core. They be the all-knowing in this context. That's why we are seeing no shift in this. I think this has set a precedent, even if the court, the military court, persists or insists on doing this. But the estate we welcomed it on the global scene.
Okay. So that's our take on the issue. And
I want to tell you, it has took for 20 years. For the court to give its value.
It is since 2004, that is.
Definitely.
2005,
where they paraded one MP of Nakawa, Michael Kabasguruka, and he appealed.
He appealed. Okay, thank you so much.